What's going on, guys? Mal here. Had some breakthroughs with my technology, and I'll say my team and I discovered the mathematics to absolutely perfect the transmitter and make it as efficient as possible. So here's how it looks. There's nothing underneath it. There's nothing inside it. I keep everything kind of modular to move it around. What I'm going to talk about here is I have it set up so it's at zero voltage switching with my special transistor. And I also created a mineral / crystal based power source to run it, similar to the Moray Valve. There's a crystal material mixed in there with an adhesive, and this is just a copper tube, and the inside is just a stainless steel screw to connect the charge. And I'll show you the power this little thing can kick out. So multimeter is on. We'll put this thing here. As we can see, this thing is kicking out power. This little device, mineral-based power source, it's kicking out 1.2 volts. And it always recharges itself. So what I'm getting into is extremely efficient wireless power, as efficient as possible, using mathematics to perfect the transmitter. And I have all the mathematics over here. I'm going to be publishing a PDF document soon on all the mathematics that were involved to get the Slayer exciter circuit as efficient as possible. So here's the mathematics, and this is rough. I will be publishing this in a free PDF document. This is only some of it. So, really simple formulas, 3 or 4 steps, and you can make the system as efficient as possible with zero voltage switching. And what I'm getting at here and what I'm saying is this technology branches off into different areas. So, in here is a mineral-based power source. Hopefully you can see in there pretty good. There's nothing underneath it. It just sits in a piece of wood. The current it produces, it's a little high, anywhere from 200 to 500 milliamps. As you short it out, it'll drain its power. But then it slowly charges itself back up. And I should keep the mix secret what it is, but I'll explain the science behind it. So what's happening is it's basically a self-recharging mineral power source, as you can see. And the reason it's self-recharging is it's crushed up quartz mixed with the most radioactive granite you can get, and it's mixed with a little bit of diatomaceous earth all into a paste poured in there. And I shouldn't even be saying that without charging a lot of money. So what's going on is you have a piezoelectric material that's being constantly stimulated by the mildly radioactive material, the granite, and it constantly recharges itself, and it will last many lifetimes. And this thing can do useful work. And as you see, it recharges itself. If I let that sit for a while, it'll produce half an amp for maybe a minute. So it's a mineral-based power source that's self-recharging. and the mild radioactivity in the granite allows it to self-recharge, because the mild radioactivity in the granite causes the quartz to vibrate, and the vibrating quartz builds up a charge on the copper, which is positive, and the inner stainless steel, which is negative. So that's the science behind how that works. As you see, it's self-recharging. Now we will disconnect the mineral-based power source, turn the meter off, move the meter so the desk is a little cleaner. As you see, there's nothing on the desk. The mineral power source is completely portable. It's a crystal-based paste material. There's nothing under the desk. There's nothing hidden anywhere. I have a lot of people thinking I'm faking shit, but there's absolutely nothing faked anywhere. Quick spin. This is my entire tiny little room / lab. Absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. I can move it wherever I want. I can move this wherever I want. Now the thing I'm going to get to is I will run this extremely efficient wireless power transmitter off of the mineral-based power source. And I'll blow your mind. So you can clearly see that. And check this out. It runs it, but it's weak. You see that? We have wireless power from a mineral-based power source. Look at that. Wireless power being run off a mineral-based power source. This is a big step forward, folks. And it glows even just getting close. I could make as much of these as I want, and we'd be set. Look at that. Mineral-based power source. This little thing can detect electromagnetic fields and radiation. And certain rocks will emit a radio frequency, which is what I was collecting. And you can see that the hottest ones I would crush up into a powder, and that's what would be in the mixture. Most of the ones that were really hot were granite. So these rocks, this rock right here is emitting a permanent electromagnetic field, or an RF field. One of the rocks in here. And these rocks are all completely safe for people to touch. I found all these outside. They're mostly just granite and quartz. And you just add a little something to the mixture to make it more conductive of electricity, like graphite. And I'm telling you guys way too much. I should be charging you a lot of money for this. So, mineral-based power source is running the transmitter. I have to hook it before the diode to avoid the voltage drop, but it's working. Wireless power from a mineral-based power source. Now I will disconnect the mineral-based power source. Well, before I do that, I'll get my multimeter, and we'll see the recharging effect occur again. So, with this technology, you can run the world's most efficient wireless power, and you can perfect it with the mathematics And I will disconnect the mineral-based power source. Connect the mineral-based power source to the multimeter. And you can see it self-recharging. Wow, I didn't even think it was really draining running the wireless power because we have 0 voltage switching. Yeah, I didn't even think it was draining when it was running the transmitter. As you notice, there's nothing electrically on in my room at all, except for my light and my fan over here. And my TV and my computer. And that's recharging. As you see, the transmitter is off because it's connected to the meter, and this light won't glow when I touch it now. So this won't glow. Nothing. So we're making good progress, folks. We're getting somewhere. Mineral-based power source. We'll see how much current we have now. See, look at that. That's remarkable. If you let it short out, it'll eventually steady out to like 5 or 10 milliamps, which would take like an hour or two. And then when you switch it back, it self-recharges itself, as you can see. Because what's happening is the mildly radioactive granite is exciting the quartz to vibrate, and it's recharging itself. It builds up a charge on the copper, and it builds up a negative charge on the stainless steel in the center. So it's a infant rechargeable, self-recharging mineral power source. Should last a few lifetimes. Again, we got you get one of these, pay like 50 or 60 bucks for it. Get the good one that can detect everything, and find yourself some hot rocks. Crush them up into a fine powder. Wear a mask when you do it, just because it can irritate your eyes. And I had one rock that pegged this meter red. I just stick that in there. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, as you see, it's self-recharging. And I'm gonna hook it back up to the transmitter. Transmitter's hooked back up. We got wireless power. So, if you want to help fund mineral-based power sources and the world's most efficient wireless power technology, feel free to like, subscribe, and donate to MTECH Industries. All links in the description and on our channel's homepage. So, mineral-based power sources, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Can move anywhere. Crystalline mineral-based power source. No moving parts. Solid-state energy generating technology. Remarkable. And I just whipped that together in half a day. Didn't even try and perfect anything. This circuit is almost as efficient as possible too. Look at that. In case you don't believe me with anything, we can move this to my floor. Just sit in the middle of the floor. Grab my lights. Look at that. Like, I don't know, would you call it 0 point energy? What you call it? You call it mineral-based energy. Self-recharging. Not bad, huh? Not bad. So, that's a breakthrough. And the crazy thing is, this thing is so insanely efficient. I bet this will light up just touching this little metal screw. Yup, it dimly lights up. Look at that. How insane is that? This is like next generation technology that you can literally make from minerals and tubing in mathematics. So, I figured I'd share that breakthrough technology. We'll move it back up to here. Move back up here. Still lights up. Lights up, just getting close to the transmitter because we have 0 voltage switching. So stay tuned, and thanks for all those who are supporters. And this technology is really starting to get somewhere. So yeah, thanks again. And we'll end it by checking the power source, the mineral-based power source on the multimeter again. So we'll hook him back up to the meter, and we'll see what he's at from running the transmitter. Look at that, he recharged himself running the transmitter. It's so efficient. This thing could probably run the transmitter indefinitely. Yeah, it's recharging, son of a bitch. That's insane. So, that's food for thought, and I explained to you the physics behind it worked. To sum it up, we constructed the utmost efficient transmitter with the mathematics here to prove it. I'll be publishing a PDF document detailing it all. Simple equations that tell you how to make a wireless power transmitter as efficient as humanly possible. And then we construct the mineral-based power source to run it, which is self-recharging. The quartz mixture with the mildly radioactive granite excites the quartz, causes it to vibrate because it's piezoelectric, builds up a positive charge on the copper, negative charge on the stainless steel. It's a crystal-based adhesive material, and you add in a little graphite, make it more conductive, and it also stores a bit more of a charge, and it's self-recharging. How incredible is that? So, that sums it up, and thank you all, and feel free to support this technology.